Namaskaram, and I'm again back to tell another mythological story. So today I'm again going to be continuing the Dashavataram of Vishnu, but this time his avatar was not one specific thing. This time his avatar was called Narasimha, which is actually a combination of half man, half lion. This Narasimha avatar was the most terrifying of his all avatars, and it was to kill Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha's brother. Hiranyakashipu was very angry with Vishnu for destroying his brother, killing his brother, Hiranyaksha. He wanted to take revenge, so he conquered the Devaloka and he became the Maharaja of Devaloka. Hiranyakashipu was very evil. At this time of something, Hiranyakashipu needed a boon from Brahma. Before all this happened, he got a boon. Because of that boon only, he could rule the Devaloka and everything. Hiranyakashipu did tapas. The tapas lasted for years together and he was only a skeleton, Hiranyakashipu. But then Brahma came in the form of a swan and gave him back his normal body. And he told Hiranyakashipu to ask his boon. Hiranyakashipu asked for immortality. But then Brahma said, "No, Hiranyakashipu, immortality cannot be given to you. Every human being which is born must die one day." So Hiranyakashipu told, "Then grant me this boon, O Brahma. I should not be killed by a weapon. I should not be killed in the sky or on the earth. I should not be killed inside or outside. I should not be killed in the morning or the night. I should not be killed by a human or an animal or any god." So then Brahma knew it was a difficult boon, but then he granted the boon to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, with his arrogance, did the things which I told you before. He conquered the Devaloka. At that time, Hiranyakashipu's wife was pregnant. Narada Muni came and he started telling stories to Hiranyakashipu's wife, actually to Hiranyakashipu's son, who was going to be born. And then Hiranyakashipu's son was named Prahalad. Prahalad listened to the stories when he was in his mother's stomach. And after he was born, he became a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. One day, Hiranyakashipu called and asked him, "Who is your god?" Prahalad told, "Hari." Hari means Vishnu. But Hiranyakashipu is like, "What Hari? I have conquered all the devas. You think that Hari is stronger than me? And that too, for every child, their father is a god." But then Prahalad told, "You must pray to Hari. Everything will be good for you." But then Hiranyakashipu was arrogant and adamant. So he sent Prahalada to a Gurukula where they teach that Hiranyakashipu is the god. But in the Gurukula, the other students used to listen to Prahalad. Prahalad used to teach them about Vishnu and everything. The other students too became devotees of Vishnu. The teachers who thought that Hiranyakashipu was the god, they were very angry. They brought him to Hiranyakashipu, took Prahalad to Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu told, "For this kind of thing, He is my son, but then I have to punish him for his arrogance. Chain him, tie him up. Then the guards came to tie him up, and when they tried to tie, immediately the chains loosened and fell down. Again they tried. Again it fell down. They tried. Again it fell down. So Hiranyakashipu but this was only because Prahalad had joined his hands together and prayed to Hari. He was saying Hari's name continuously. And then Hiranyakashipu told his guards to throw him down a mountain. But then when they threw him down a mountain, flowers appeared on the ground and Prahalad landed on the flowers. Again he was praying to Hari only. He was chanting the name Hari and Hari, Hari, with his hands joined together. Now Hiranyakashipu was very angry. He told to play Prahalad in a room with snakes. But then again he prayed, and the snake venom and the snakes, when they came to Prahalad, became a garland of flowers on Prahalad's neck. Again it was because he was chanting Hari. Now Hiranyakashipu was going to kill Prahalad with his own hands when his sister intervened. He told, it's not wise for a father to kill his own son. So she told that I have a boon that I will if there is a fire I will not get burnt. So you just need to place Prahalad on my lap and I will enter the fire. We will enter the fire. But then in the fire, Hiranyakashipu's sister named Holika burned. And again, due to praying to Hari, Prahalad survived. But to this day, we celebrate Holika's death as Holi. And then Hiranyakashipu was very angry. So one day he called Prahalad and told him, "Where is your Hari?" Prahalad replied, "Hari is everywhere." So then Hiranyakashipu started breaking all of the pillars in his kingdom and saying, "Where is this Hari? Is he here in this pillar?" At last, when he broke a pillar, suddenly, very fierce beast came out from the pillar. It was none other than Vishnu's Narasimha avatar. He had come there to save Prahalad. Then Hiranyakashipu tried fighting with Narasimha, but then Narasimha was strong. He put Hiranyakashipu in his lap and went to Hiranyakashipu's doorstep. Narasimha told Hiranyakashipu, "This is not day or is it night. It is the evening. It is not inside or outside. It's not in the sky or the earth. I am sitting on your doorsteps. You're sitting on my lap. It's not inside or outside. You're sitting on my lap. It's not sky or earth. You're sitting on the doorstep. I'm sitting on the doorsteps. I'm not using any weapon to destroy you. I am using my nails. I am not I'm no man, nor a god, nor an animal." And then saying that, Narasimha forced his nails into Hiranyakashipu's body and Hiranyakashipu died. But then Narasimha's anger had grown too big. He started destroying everything in his way. Who could calm Who could calm Narasimha? He was that very rageful. Who could contain the impact? none other than Lord Shiva himself. Shiva appeared uh, before Narasimha and took a frightful avatar, even more even more frightening than Narasimha. And they had a fight, but then Shiva did not attack. He only told Narayana, remember who you are and leave this Narasimha avatar. You have saved Prahlad and carried out Bhumi Devi's promise again. Then Vishnu remembered himself and he became Vishnu again, and Shiva became Shiva again. Vishnu thanked Lord Shiva, and Vishnu went back to Hiranyakashipu's palace and made Prahlad the king. Prahlad was very happy to see his lord, and he bowed before him. Thus, again, Vishnu had completed the purpose of his fourth avatar too. But this one was the most frightful one. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.